Hi guys, artist at the Turquoise Iris, and we're gonna finish the piece completely today. It's already sold. I have customer. She said, "Wait, can we add this?" I said, "Yeah, we can." So this piece is already sold. So I'm gonna get it finished up tonight. I was actually in here earlier today putting a coat of the water lily on the top, and I will get that finished as well. How's everybody doing? I'm so thrilled that Monday. You know what? Actually, it's been a super day. I had 2 coaching calls. I had training. It's been a really good day. And in our training today, I actually brought Matt in for a perspective that might be a little bit different for a business DIY or someone who's on. It's funny. Like to throw that around, have a feather in your hand. So he came on and he helped as part of his It's Your Favorite Show, right, Lance? Yes! So we're going to get the sides finished tonight, guys. So what we have to do is we have to bring back the feather. No, Matt's not here. He's in the room working on geometry. Big test up, and they're working on that. So thanks. I will do my absolute best to read the comments and say hello to everybody. But for those of you that are on here every night, if you could answer questions for somebody that may pop on here and not know who I am or what it is that I'm doing. This is totally old school. By the way, when you see the front of this, I want you to just, I said stonewashed. Hi guys, hello, hello, hello. I'm so glad that you're here. So it's stonewashed. So if you're catching, you want to go back and watch all the playlists, you can go on YouTube and you can look up the playlist titled Stonewashed. You got this piece. So, yep, I'm just letting you know that it is sold. And I'm putting a little vein action from the feather on here. I know it's totally old school, but it turned out really nice. I put the gold wax on it yesterday. I have a brand new sanding block that we're going to use and pull off the top layer of the wax. And we're going to do this on both sides. This is mint chip. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody had a fantastic Monday. We've got you covered. Thank you, Robert. I'm not suffering. You've missed a few classes. Don't worry. You can go back on and you can watch. Don't even worry about it. Just look under the playlist, Stonewashed, and I will have all of these loaded there. And if you're okay, so we're going to set the feather down. We're going to flip it around. Hi, guys. Hello. What color is on the feather? It is mint chip. I didn't want it to be bright white. Look at the front, you guys. So what we have to do is Matt picked up for me at the store today. And we're going to take that top coat of that gold wax we made and apply yesterday. Okay? We're going to do that. It's really good. It's really good. Now, this is a 220. It's not leaving like any sanding marks or anything. Hello, good evening to you as well. Thank you. I was just saying this piece sold earlier today from somebody who's been watching it. So I've got to get it ready and loaded on a truck. So I'm going to bring you in closer because I want to show you what this looks like close up. Let's come closer. Okay, so taking that top layer off, it's showing that texture a little bit better. You can see the grain just a little bit better that's in the wood. See all that right here? Do you see the lines here? I love seeing that. So we're calling this the stone washed wardrobe. You can see all that color and that texture, and then when you come over here at an angle, it's a lot smoother, yes. I didn't get rid of all this texture because this is where the paint was really thick and wet when we used our roller. And so I can feel that, but right here, it's so smooth. But you can see where all of the grain from the wood is here. I adore that. That's my favorite right here. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go down to about right here. Okay, now let's do the veins on the other side. Got it on the handy dandy rollers tonight. All right, you see okay? Okay. Scoot you back a little bit so you can see more. Look at me, without my design assistant, I'm just a mess. Heather, thank you for answering whatever question that was. Hello, Michelle Rebluggle. Incredible, sis. Thanks, Bob. Buffering, yikes. Mama H, I'm sorry it's buffering for you. I don't see anybody else saying that. I'm so sorry. Let's get some feathers. Come on, feathers. All right, so mint chip, a little bit of feather. We're gonna feathers. All right, so mint chip, a little bit of feather. We're gonna create a little bit of veining. Last night, people were giving me time that I was going old school. Thank you, my mama is cute. Hi, Brooke. How are you, dear? So yeah, be jelly. I got some vein going with my feather. But guys, I gotta get this done because this piece sold today. And so we are gonna call it stone washed. And once we get that gold wax, remember guys, we're putting the gold wax on it, doing a little sanding. And that's what made the front of that really pull all together, was the gold wax that I made. And I made that using DIY's golden ticket with clear wax, and that was it. That was all I needed. And I'm going to put one more piece down here, guys, and then I promise we're going to grab the gold wax. We're going to turn again. Y'all ready for this? Now, if you recall, I started this piece thinking this was just the base coat. Then it turned out so good. And we all agreed, I'm assuming it was all of us, not just me, that there's no way you can paint that, girl. You can't paint over that. That turned out too well. Okay, there's the front again. Okay. The idea, how do her clothes stay so clean? You're goofy. Okay, so that's the goal that I'm looking for. This whole section right here is actually completely finished. The bottom part, I still need to do that light sanding, but don't worry about that right now. Then this side, where we just put the veining on there with the feather, now we're gonna add the gold wax that I made. We're gonna keep on rolling. Where is my design assistant when I need him? I'm telling you, I think I would rather be in here than doing the geometry that he's in and studying for with Holden. All right, so the gold wax is just golden ticket was clear. Turned out really, really well on the front, so we went with it. will you re-wax after seeing it? Wendy, I'm gonna add a color well. So 4 different shades of blue. So we did mint chip with a little veining and a feather, first time. First time for me on a lot of things on this one. So guys, our last day for this 100 lives in 100 days is Saturday. So we got together and I decided after, talking about our schedule, and I just decided that we'll continue to come on every Wednesday and Sunday. Now, it may be more than that, but we want to make sure we at least come on Wednesday and Sunday because I've been coming on every day. If there are days that are harder than others, there's days that are, I can't wait to get on here, and there's other days like, man, I gotta stop doing this so I can go do that. I think everyone, it's my favorite, and then you do the next project, and then I think I am so in love with this. Thank you so much. Well, this one, I'm not gonna lie, you guys, this one kind of surprised me because this was just supposed to be the base coat. When I started putting the crosshatch pattern of the 2 blues, I was planning on painting over that and just leaving those colors to kind of pop underneath. I was actually planning on going more warm with it. And yes, I did sell it. It sold today from someone that's been watching. She bought it. And then I got that Hey Sailor on there, and you guys were like, wait a minute, we love it, we love it. So after you guys imagined a bunch of goofy looking faces in the image, did I sell the pink peony? No, the pink peony piece is not sold. It is still available. This is just a gold wax, you guys. Some of you said it looked like agate stones, geodes, marble. So if you missed the whole makeover, you missed the playlist, it's on YouTube. So from an angle, you can totally see that this whole piece has a shimmer. It's getting in there in the grain where we used the roller. Jamie Ray Vintage. Are you trying to order something? Are you trying to get... She would definitely be a good place to check out. So I was mentioning earlier that in my one-on-one coaching group, we have just 20 women in there, and this was the week for Matt to come in and give his perspective and advice on how we as DIYers can actually get help from our partners. I think I've been sweating it for like a month. I think I've been worried about it for a month, like, how's this gonna go? And so ladies, for those of you, is there anybody on here? Yes, I will. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I will read them afterwards. Matt is doing geometry with the 14-year-old. He's in pre-AP geometry, and it moves really fast. And, whoo! Oh, Patty, you enjoyed it. Good, good. So Matt came in the group and gave his perspective. And I thought, this is going to embarrass me so bad. I know, he's going to embarrass me. He's going to embarrass me, but not mean to embarrass me. He didn't embarrass me. Nope. Nope. But truth be told, sometimes you have to, I mean, I don't know how many times I've heard this. Honey, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Or it's how you're asking. Thank you. Oh, good, Patty. I'll tell him. You have paint in your hair. It got on your top. So, okay. I know I have some down here on the back of this shirt that's been there for months. But I was trying to get him to explain sometimes how to ask for help, because so often there's a lot of things that I cannot do and I need help with, but I forget that sometimes when I'm in a hurry, he wouldn't do that. No, he wouldn't intentionally embarrass me. He really wouldn't, but he's pretty ornery. So he might tell on me for raising my voice, I guess, would be the only thing he could really tell on me about. But he, it was good. I was wanting it to be helpful to the ladies in the group. Just to kind of get a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? Hi, Amy. We are going to move down even further. Then we're going to turn this back around. We're going to sand the front. Do you know if Matt uses tiny nails when he builds your frames for canvas art? Great question. I know that he uses the nail gun, so I'm going to say yes, Karen, but I don't pay that close of attention, and that's one of those things where I try to stay out of his way because I don't want to get in there and try to tell him how to do it. So Karen, I'm not positive. He might be in here in a minute. But I know he uses a nail gun with the compressor. This gold wax that I made with clear wax and golden ticket. Hi there. Hello. Hi, Josie. I am trying to do all of this. I've gotten so spoiled. When I committed to doing 100 lives in 100 days, which is actually going to be 103, I said, Matt, I need you to help me because I can't read comments and I don't want people to feel like I'm ignoring them. And I honestly just need somebody to talk to. So I've been so grateful for him coming in here and helping me with that. And you guys received it very well. And I want to thank you for that. I appreciate it very much because it made it a lot easier on me. Sounds like a Brad nailer. They are tiny nails. So this gold is basically highlighting all of that texture. I'm going to go back over it with the 220 sanding sponge and pull the top layer of the wax off of the gold and let the under layer, anyway, it created a really good finish. Mara, I keep thinking about that dish I had. I want more. I missed that. And I can't see any comments on YouTube, so I apologize. We're just about done with this. I'm going to roll it around to the front and sand the bottom of the gold wax. I was telling everybody I wanted to get this done because I sold it today. And there's already a truck headed out to her house for a piece she's already bought. So I want to get this piece done and get it on the truck to go with the other piece. Tell you, these days are a lot easier than shipping on the Greyhound bus like I did for so many years back in the day. Let me flip it around, you all, and then we'll sand the bottom part of the front. You like my house shoes? You know it's a house shoe night, girls. Okay. Where did that sponge go? There it is. So the front top part is completely done. I'm gonna call it, poor James with his truck issues, right? Oh, no, I didn't pick the hardware. That's something I have to do. I need to get that unlocked and pull it open. So I'm hoping I can go tomorrow and find a clear glass pull is what I'm looking for. It has to be 4 3/4. And this is 220, you all. And I'm just trying to take that top coat of the gold wax that we put on yesterday. That adds so much to it. I know it's really hard for you to see it, and you know I'm going to try to take some great pictures as soon as we're done, and I will post them in the comments. I got to show up Friday with Q's painting. Is supposed to be Quita's painting is supposed to be here on Friday on YouTube for Friday Night Live. I've got to ship mine to Anissa, and Anissa has to ship hers to Quita. So I got to get mine in the mail, shipped UPS tomorrow. Woo! That was awesome. That took off a bunch of the wax. Can y'all see that? I'm going to get you up closer just a second. Okay. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. So good. Okay. She will clear clay with the wax after sanding to seal. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let's go back up. Everybody see there? Okay, so we did the veining on the sides and the gold wax. Oh wait, we still need to go wax this side. Look at me rushing it. I love that y'all are helping each other. Y'all are amazing. Thank you so much for that. Now, don't worry about it getting a little bit too heavy in one place over the other, guys. It doesn't need to look balanced. It doesn't need to be completely uniform. Certainly that's not the way any stone or marble or anything looks. It's going to be heavier with certain textures and certain colors. Try not to get too much. Oh, thanks, 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 thanks. I appreciate you guys. So tomorrow, I probably will not start a new piece tomorrow because I only have a few more days. My guess is I'm gonna be working on canvas tomorrow. I have a few ideas and a few things I wanna do, so hopefully you guys can join me tomorrow for a canvas piece. And then Matt's challenged me on Saturday night to do black and white. And he says he's coming on and gonna paint with me. Now what am I, y'all give me a heads up. What should I do that's black and white? Like, I don't know. I don't know why we have to do black and white. It's almost like he's trying to get me out of my element with all the color. So I don't know. What are my plans for the top piece? I have painted it in the water lily, and I'm gonna put this wax over the top of it. As soon as we get off here, I'll take close-up pictures. If you've been missing them, I'm putting them in the comments on YouTube, comments on Facebook, and then in the community section under on YouTube. So you can come back and see close-up pictures. And hopefully I get Zoom figured out, because earlier I was supposed to do a Facebook Live with my friend Amy Sadler, and again, Zoom decided not to communicate with Facebook. So I'm hoping before Friday that they get it all worked out once again. It will be. It's definitely putting me in my comfort zone, out of my comfort zone. And I'll be honest with you, this piece kind of did too, because this wasn't really what I was planning on doing. And I don't know. I feel like I've been out of my comfort zone for the last few years. It seems like I keep putting myself in uncomfortable situations, like, you know, doing 100 lives in a row. It's really been worth it. It's pushed me creatively to really think outside of my box and really here's the interesting part. It's making me not think so much. You know what I mean? It's making me go for it and just stop thinking so much about what it is that I'm doing, because I don't have time to think about it. I had coaching calls all day, and you know, there's geometry. So I'm super happy that Matt's in there right now studying geometry and getting Holden ready for his test tomorrow. This I took Golden Ticket and I put it in this jar of clear wax and I stirred it around, and I have just this really sheer coat of golden wax. You can manage it, you can manipulate it to be heavier in certain areas. DIY has new products coming out in March that they're getting ready to launch. And we have some announcements that we're getting ready to come on and tell about all of the new products that we're getting ready to launch. So great stuff. And how about for your black and white challenge, a black background blended, of course, with big, bright, white angel wings. That's a great idea, TJ. Yeah, that's a great idea. So let's go right up to the top. We have about 2 feet to finish right there. Okay. A black tree on white. That's a great idea. Late to the party. Hello. Don't worry about being late. Don't you love the replay option? I was a little late too. I was supposed to have a friend on live tonight. Wanted to introduce you guys to her, Amy Sadler with Chateau Chic. And she had a few things I wanted you guys to see that she's working on. She's in my Empowered by Design coaching group. And she's a really neat, special person. And so I was happy to have her on, but it didn't work tonight. Zoom and Facebook were not communicating, so we are going to reschedule that. Guys, we still have tickets to McKinney if anybody's interested. I also have tickets available to the class next week, actually, next Saturday, February 8th. I have tickets to a workshop that's here, and I'm gonna be there painting. I'm gonna have some paint out for those of you to try and hang out and paint. I'll have my Paint Pixie brushes and some transfers there from IOD. And cookies. Always the good cookies. But if you're interested in that, you guys, you can go on the turquoiseiris.com. Okay, we're just about to get this. All we'll have left to do is sand, just like we did the front, which I'm not gonna do a whole other live on that. I want to start on something totally different this year. I agree. Isn't this her second year? I'm not sure who they're referring to. I've been feeling very nostalgic. Is that the word, nostalgic? And any special guest for Saturday show? Nope, just Matt. Just more Matt, because he and I are going to have a paint off is what he challenged me. So it'll just be Matt and I. I'm feeling very nostalgic as I have coming on to my 10th year of being in business as the Turquoise Iris. This will make 10 years. I opened it in 2010. And there were a lot of things that pulled me in the direction this year already in January. And have made me feel as though I'm coming full circle. And full circle meaning I had this collection right here. This collection that I released on Friday really got me thinking about, reminded me of when I would take apart clothes, because I thought I would find really pretty fabrics and I could not figure out, I thought, I'm not an artist. I am so far from an artist, but I want to be an artist. So I would cut up fabrics from these clothes that I loved so much. And the brand was Custo Barcelona. And I would get them off the sale rack and I would wear them, and then eventually they went out of style. And I thought they went out of style, still going on. But anyway, so as we approach my 10-year mark of being in business, I remembered while I was working on this series that I would take those fabrics and I would cut up the sleeve, because one sleeve would be one print and then there would be words across the front. There's really kind of cool, bright figures on them. And I would take them and I would wrap them around canvas and staple them to the back. And I would have one going this way and one going this way. And then I would hang them on the wall. And I'm like, that is my art, because that's as good as it gets right now. That's my art. And so 10 years later, I started getting very emotional as I was working on this project, that I realized I dreamed about creating the patterns that I was using. And here I am creating my own art, my own pattern, and I'm putting it on the wall and people are buying it. And I've come so far, and even though it seems like 10 years has taken forever, I've done a lot. I've really done a lot. So brand, that Custo Barcelona, was really expensive. And I remember when they would come into the store where I sold these clothes, and this coat came in and it was $450. And I remember thinking, $450. I was 25 and thought there is no way I would ever be able to afford this. I'm still not buying a $450 coat, by the way. But thinking about how I used to try to make art, I just want to do this one day. Like, I got really emotional, like just like proud of it. And so I started thinking about those coats and the way they would fit, and I would try them on and I would get in the mirror and I'd be like, one of these days. And so last Wednesday, I got on Etsy and I put in Custo Barcelona coats, and lo and behold, if this coat that I sold right here locally did not pop up, and it's gonna come on tomorrow. and I got it for $65. That I know I sold it back in 2002 to someone for $450, and it's gonna be my coat now. I don't care it's used. I don't care it's used. But guys, I can't wait to show it to you. So it's pieced together. They shape it, it flares out. It's like this coat, and it's got flowers, and it's got like this black patch, and it's got a collar. And I remember thinking, that is so chic. But $450. So while I was working on this art series, I just was thinking about those clothes. I can't believe I sold those. I would wear those skirts right now. I love those clothes. Like, I would have worn those, and I thought, wait a minute, I can get them. I can still get them on eBay. I can get them on Etsy. So man, I had an afternoon, and I was just like, get it, get it, get it. And I only let myself buy that one coat because I remember selling it. But memories of how far I've come in the last 10 years really played all out in this latest series. And I guess I'm just trying to send a message. I don't really feel like what my message is, but maybe it's coming across. I didn't think I would ever be an artist, but I created 9 of these, and 7 of them have sold to you wonderful people. And apparently 10 years later, I am an artist. So there's part of the inspiration about this, and why I'm feeling a little nostalgic, and how I've come full circle. And I cannot wait for the rest of the circles that I'm going to hang out in the next 10 years. So anyway, you're going to hear a lot of stories as I approach August, because that will be my 10-year anniversary for being in business as the Turquoise Iris. If you're unaware of why I'm the Turquoise Iris, my favorite color has always been turquoise. Just kind of like bump, 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 bump. Love that color. And Iris is my mother's middle name and my grandmother's middle name. And they are my greatest source of inspiration because they are tough. And they have always made the decision, no matter what your life circumstances, you have the choice to be happy. And I needed them in my business and in my life as a constant reminder. So although my grandmother's not here, I do have my mama as a big part of my life. So with that being said, I hope you all have a wonderful Monday evening, and I will see you both, or see all of you, back tomorrow if you can make it. Thank you so much. And yes, I would love if you would celebrate with me, you guys. Have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow. And I bet Matt will be joining us tomorrow. So see you guys. Thank you for all of the hearts. I see all of them coming, and I appreciate it.